Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, the Dollface G, coming in hot with my man, Coach Common. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? What's up, brother? Give me a second. I put my pretty ass face on camera. This Coach Common, baby. This is the with Downface Gremlin, baby. We here for our weekly Pittsburgh Steelers Nation recap and preview. This week we're gonna recap on the Bears debacle, and we're gonna see what's hit. We're gonna see what it's hitting for with the Bills today at 4:25, 4:15, something around that time. So, Downface, what you got for me on the recap, baby? What you thinking?
Well, we'll try not to keep the recap long because everybody watched this game. We saw what happened. The offense sputtered. Mason Rudolph only threw one pass over 10 yards. Every other pass that he had with long yardage was yak. The running game did get going, but they went away from the running game in the second half. Um, This team befuddles me. They play a first half where they look very good. They look like they're going to hold this Bears team down. And then, sure enough, in the second half, they decide that they don't want to play hard anymore. TJ Watt got his glory stat, and then it was like he was invisible the rest of the game.
Yeah, yeah. See, listen, here's the thing again. I want to take it back to the coaching.
Yeah.
I got to go back to coaching. Coaching is the reason for the inconsistency. I cannot get two quality back-to-back performances out of the offense or the defense. We have
Yeah.
been unable to do that all season. All season. And like I said, there's only one common denominator in all this. Mike Tomlin. It's one
Yep.
common denominator. It's one common denominator in all the woes that we have, all the complaints, all of the non-adjustments being made. Okay, all the non-adjustments being made, all of the consistent flaws that we see that are not being addressed week in and week out. One common denominator: Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin. and listen, like I said, am I happy that we got Mike Tomlin in 2007? Yes, he did a decent job, did a very good job in the beginning. But at a point in time, sometimes your time has run its course in a certain area. And his time in Pittsburgh has ran its course. He needs to go. I'm sorry. He needs to go. He needs
Yeah.
to go. All of the hires, all the coordinator hires, all of the all of the inconsistency, all that falls on him. All that falls on him. We don't understand how the Steelers run how the Roonies run the Steelers organization. We don't understand they give carte blanche to the head coordinator, to the head coach on who comes, who stays, who leaves, who's traded. We know that the head coach has final say so on all those things, and we also know that the head coach with the final say so has been Mike Tomlin. So he just got listen. I appreciate you. Great job. Yo, it was great while you had it. It was great while you were around.
Yeah.
But it's time to go.
I equate the Mike Tomlin experience to a friend that you grew up with, and that eventually you guys separate your ways when you go to college because you've just, you're going your different paths in life. It was like, thanks. It's like when Mike Tomlin came in, it was like, thank you for playing with Bill Cowher's toys. Really appreciate you doing a good job with the toys that he gave you. And, now that we see the toys that you like to bring to the party, I don't like those toys. Seems always there's always something wrong with the toy upstairs that he likes to bring to the party. Um, I don't like the fact that even our players are coming out and talking about how there were adjustments that could have been made and that the coaching staff just completely refused to make any adjustments. It's two games in a row now that one of our players has come out and just said it. And that's a voice of frustration, it seems like, right, Coach? They're
Yeah,
starting to get frustrated with the coaching scheme, and they're starting to get frustrated with the top rat at the top eating all the
nah,
cheese.
but you know who else is getting frustrated? You know who else is starting to come out and starting to speak their mind? The
We are.
fuck no, not only the fans, but the veterans that played under him. Have you seen
Oh man.
have you seen James Harrison and Joe Hayden's podcast? Have
Yeah,
you
shout
heard
out.
what Jake, yo, shout out to Debo and Joe, because you know I love
Yep.
y'all.
Yep.
Have you heard what James Harrison has had to say about Mike Tomlin, that defense, the coaching, the lack of adjustments being made, the lack the lack of addressing issues that you saw one week and not addressing those issues the next week? I
Yeah.
mean, James Harrison has been saying a lot. I don't know if Steeler Nation been listening, but James has been saying a lot, baby. James has
and
been pointing a lot of things out.
and for James, for Debo to be coming out and saying that he was a Mike Tomlin big. He's always touting in Mike Tomlin's favor. He was, you'll be hard pressed to find anything in the past where James Harrison has said a negative thing about how Mike Tomlin coaches. He has done nothing but speak about his motivation, motivational he is when being around these guys, getting them to run through the walls. Especially James Harrison. The only person that you will never hear a bad word about is Dick LeBeau from James Harrison. You will never
Yeah,
hear a
yeah.
bad word about Dick LeBeau. But he and
He'll
Joe
tell you
Hayden,
quick. He'll tell you quick. Without Dick LeBeau, there is no James Harrison. Without Kevin, and
exactly, exactly.
he said it. He said that Kevin Butler. He said that Kevin Butler,
Yep.
Dick LeBeau. He said they made James Harrison. He said once he became a professional, they made James Harrison. He said
Yeah.
they're the reason for Debo. So
Yeah. And
you'll never hear him say a bad word about them.
and
However, he's been coming out against Mike Tomlin.
it's been harsh. It's been harsh this year too. He has not let up on it. But he now, if you saw the last live podcast they did, he's going all in on it. He's going all in on it. And maybe that's what Pittsburgh fans outside of us need to hear, because there's still people who believe that he is going to right this ship. He's going to be able to turn it in the right direction. Now, granted, yeah, last week was a perfect example of turning it in the right direction, okay? Even with Mason Rudolph, they had that game well under control in the first half. All they had to do was score in the second half. Guess what? You can blame the Bears defense for being good enough to stop them. You can blame the secondary for dropping some of those passes from Caleb Williams, or you could blame the guys who are calling the schemes, calling the shots, and calling the plays, who are not doing what they need to do to coach this team in the second half when we are winning. How many times have I said to you, if the Steelers are winning in the first half, they're going to lose the game?
Y'all listen. I want to touch on one thing. What you just said. Do they not practice catching the ball in the secondary at practice?
Oh my gosh.
No, we had three. Thank you for your service. Fucking interceptions
Yeah.
last week. Three. One went right through Duggar's hands. One hit Pierre in the face mask, and one hit Porter in his chest. Like, what in the fuck are we doing? Why you cannot catch a ball? You're defensive backs. You're basically defensive wide receivers. That's what the fuck you are. You're defensive wide receivers.
Yeah, it really is like they got Ike Taylor back there teaching them how to catch. Ike Taylor would give you some pound for pound, some of the best one-on-one coverage you'll ever see for the Steelers. But the minute a ball came into Ike Taylor's hands, there was no way he was going to intercept it. He was dropping that ball. And it seemed like every single one of the moments you just mentioned, it was that kind of game for the Steelers secondary. Right here, their heads go down here.
But you know what it is too? No, but you know what it is? I'm gonna tell you what it is. And this is why I put it on coaching. You know what it is? Because they're playing the man and not the fucking ball. They're playing the man. The one with Duggar, he was so worried about coming up and making that hit. He was so worried about coming down, making that, trying to get that highlight tape hit,
Yep.
that when he realized the ball was overthrown, because his eyes were on the receiver, his eyes weren't on the ball. Because had he been playing the ball, he would have saw that the ball was coming right to him. It was an overthrown ball. He
Yep.
wasn't playing the ball. He was playing the man. He was playing the man. We all know when you play the man and not the ball, that's how you get what? PIs.
Yep. And that's when bad
You
things
get
happen.
PIs. That,
That's
that
when
that's
bad things happen.
exactly. And what have I always said? The football guys do not like it. They take it as a disrespect, a slap in the face when you have a give me turnover and you do not capitalize on it. When you have a
Yeah.
give me turnover, every time, listen, I cannot really remember a time or a game somebody gave them, like somebody had a give me turnover, they didn't take advantage of it, and that drive, the other team scored. It happens all the time because the football guys say, hey, gave you the turnover. We just gave it to you.
Yeah. And on top of that, coach, the Steelers did a great job rushing the ball and stopping the run. We just saw the Bears light up, light up with the run from Monangai and Swift, light up the Eagles for 120 plus each. I think, what was it, 125 and 129 or something like that.
Yeah,
122,
yes.
125.
But two separate running backs.
Two, yeah. Guess what the Steelers did to those guys? That defense held Monangai to 48 yards on 12 carries. They held Swift to 15 yards on 8 carries. So we can't 100% say that the defense isn't coming to play. They are. That stopping that type of run from a team that has shown that they are dynamic with the run with those two versatile backs. But then, hey
Well,
guys,
you know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is, Gremlin? I'm gonna tell you what it is. And those intangibles, as far as in its totality across the game, our defense has been playing well.
yeah,
It's situations. It's the situational football is when our
yeah,
defense has been shit in the back, right? It's that 3rd and 11 when we're up 3. We can get this team off the field, run out the clock, and win the game. What do? We allow them to get to fucking 3rd and 11.
yeah. No, and yeah, NMP, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna talk about the Bills here probably in like 5 more minutes after we finish up this coverage, talking about the Bears, and we get through some friends we got who are gonna help you guys out. But you're absolutely right. It's situational football. It's situational football, and we have the worst clock management coach in the game. We have the worst situational management coach in the game. So, if it's coming down to situational football and one possession games, guess what? We're not winning them this year. We're not doing it's finally all crumbling for big old Coach T. And even when you hear the national media pointing it out, when you hear people like Colin Coward, Jim Rome, all of ESPN, Mike Greeny, when you hear all of them pointing out the Steelers' deficiencies at head coach, specifically Mike Tomlin, that's when you know it's bad. That's when you know things are finally being noticed for what they are, that you and I have noticed for multiple years now. That other
Years.
Steelers fans, yeah, years.
Years. But everybody kept letting that over 500 and sneaking into a wild card spot. They kept
Oh,
letting that cloud their picture of the coaching
yeah,
that was going on in Pittsburgh.
yeah. And I'll tell you this, the Bears won just by one score, but you and I both know that touchdown at the end was garbage time. It may have been with what 6:27 left on the clock, but you and I both know they were ahead at that time, two scores still. So I'm not even I don't even care about that touchdown at the end of the game. It wasn't even worth it. So 31-28. The Bears, though, what made me feel good about the loss is watching them go and beat Philly afterwards because that mean like the Bears are showing that they're starting to turn into a good quality team at the right time of the year. Now, I'm trying to look for positives out of this loss, right? Just as a person who wants to see my team win and find something that they're going to improve on. The only thing that I found in this game is, hey, Broderick Jones got a neck injury and somebody else is going to come in and play left tackle. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, sorry,
yeah.
Broderick. I hope you heal up, man. I hope your neck is fine. I don't wish any injury upon you that is going to be severe. But guess who, maybe that was what we needed is Andrews Pete to come in because Mason Rudolph didn't hit the dirt too much on the last game, unless it was of his own accord. There were a couple times him trying to rush out of the pocket, rush outside instead of moving forward. I don't know if you noticed where he
Yes.
could have. It's typical Mason Rudolph stuff, right, Coach?
That strip sack, he was just holding on to the ball. I don't know where he thought he was. I don't know where he thought he was, but you were not at practice. Like people are trying to come in to hurt you. People are coming
Yeah.
in to hit you. I don't know where. I don't know where you. Like I sat there and I went and watched the all 22, and on that play, I'm doing my 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4. I damn near got the 5 when he got hit. Like I don't know what's in your head, dog. I don't know what clock you got in your head, but in the NFL, average pocket is 2.8 seconds. So
Yeah.
so so when you say 1,000, 2 1,000, either get rid of the ball or run. Somebody's coming. Somebody is coming.
Yeah. No,
Somebody's on their way to hurt you.
and I can't believe I can't believe it. You're absolutely right. I just looked at it right here. It was about 4.5 to 5 seconds that he had all that he's had. There's a lot of pocket time on this last game that actually Mason Rudolph had. I didn't really look it up until you just mentioned it now. My goodness. Um, I don't know, coach. Let's put this game to the bed. Let's bury it because Steelers, they're not playing that division well. We still have the Lions left, don't we?
Yeah, we
Coming up
still have the
here towards,
Lions left. So
so
we
the
lost to
only
Green
team.
Bay. We lost to the Bears. We beat Minnesota. Maybe
Yep.
we can salvage 500 in that division with Detroit.
Yeah. So, coach, before we talk about this Bills Steelers game, we got some people to get off our chest, some good helping things in your life that Not Move provides for you. We got BetUS, MyBookie.ag, NFL Shop, MLB Shop, W Energy Drinks. If you click the link that is with this video right here, you go to our X profiles, our Tiki Takis. It's going to show you a wall. We're going to get
And
percentages off for you.
absolutely, absolutely. These are our sponsors. They see what we're doing. They like what we're doing, and they're supporting us. So we're asking for your support too. You know what I mean? Asking for your support too. You know what I mean? We're gonna support you. You're gonna support us. We're gonna support each other. Right? Now, let's get on to these goddamn Buffalo Bills. Okay? Now, listen. Buffalo Bills been up and down like the Steelers this season. They've been up and down like the Steelers. Josh Allen has shown signs of MVP caliber football. Then he has shown signs of Mason Rudolph bottom tier football. He has
Yep.
shown signs of both, right? The defense, as far as the run game, actually has been abysmal for Buffalo. They cannot stop the run, right? They've been lacking in the run. They're deep. Like I think who was that? I mean, even though he is an all pro though, but Bijan,
Oh,
Bijan, Bijan Bijan carved him up like turkey weeks before Thanksgiving.
yeah. If I remember correctly, Bijan gave him over $150 at least.
Yeah. So my thing is, we have a three-headed monster. One of the monsters, he's kind of shy. He doesn't come out much. That's Caleb Johnson, right? He doesn't come out much, right? The other two monsters, you know what I mean? They show their head on a regular basis. That's Warren and Gainwell. Gainwell has been outstanding in my eyes in the run game and in the pass game because he's been able to be productive all season in both. Right? I think that he has earned the right to see more production and more and getting him more into the offense. I think Warren needs to get more into the offense. I think Warren's lack of production is that the lack of time that his numbers being called. It's a lack of times they're giving him the ball. Because, see, I don't know if you notice, Warren will have 2-3 good runs. Then you'll see Gainwell for the next 5 runs. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's kind of, I don't know. But, and then we got to go to my boy Washington. Big dog Washington. Has he not yet earned the right for him to be a key factor of this offense? What is Arthur Smith looking at?
The only thing I can think of is, yeah, he's missed some blocks. There's there's been a couple times that Mount Washington has missed some blocks. Having said that, you want to put Fryermuth instead, who's a much weaker blocker than him in those situations. You want to put him in instead, and then Fryermuth gets blown off the line too.
No, but
You
here's my thing. The blocks that he has missed, right? He was 1-on-1 with the edge rusher. He was 1-on-1. It wasn't like there was a tackle chipping. Well, he was one. I know it was. He was 1-on-1 with the edge rusher. It
Oh
was
yeah,
him
yeah.
and the defensive lineman. Defensive lineman beat him. Okay, he's a tight end.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. That's what I'm saying. He what Arthur Smith does right away is reverts to the lesser two tight ends to come in instead and block, to do the blocking just because of a bad play like that, because of what you said earlier. Consistency. Consistency. Arthur Smith, no consistency with what's going on. No consistency on these offensive calls. Like you said, why are you going to give Jalen Warren 4 good runs in a row and then switch automatically to Gainwell for 6 to 8 plays? What is the point of that? Yes, they're getting their yards, but aren't you supposed to use these as complementary backs? Isn't that the whole point? Isn't that why we went out in the 3rd round and drafted Caleb Johnson to be one of these complementary backs, the future complementary back? I don't understand why he's still using these jumbo packages with the extra tackle. He's still doing this. These are things that we do not need to do with the team that we have.
And you keep bringing in the extra tackle when you have Washington.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
That's what's driving me crazy. You
Yeah.
keep bringing in the extra tackle when you have Washington. Then when you put Washington out there, you put him and you put and his assignment is 1-on-1 with a defensive edge rusher, with a defensive lineman. All right. So what you're doing is you're looking at his size. You're looking at his size and saying, you know what, he can get him. And that's not always the case. You got to remember, I understand he's big. He's still a tight end. He's still not a pass blocking tackle.
Yep.
Yes, he might look like a tackle, but he is still a tight end. So his blocking skills are not going to be that of a fucking offensive lineman, you fucking moron. Regardless of how big he is. Regardless of how big he is, Arthur, regardless of that, he is still not going to have the blocking technique and the blocking expertise of a fucking offensive tackle, you stupid motherfucker.
And Common, I can tell how frustrated you are because once you start bringing in those F bombs talking about Arthur Smith and his setup, you know how frustrated you are. Because I tell you what, one
No,
thing that's
because
gonna
it makes no sense, Gremlin. It makes no sense.
it does not make any sense.
Yo, listen. I'm a landscaper, right? You're a number cruncher, right? You crunching numbers all day. I'm a landscaper, right? We just love the game. Nobody's paying me to notice these things. I'm not getting paid to watch film. I'm not getting paid to understand and see these things that are going on. However, Arthur fucking Smith is. You're getting paid to see these things. They are cutting you a check to see that this man cannot block as good as this man. That this as good as this man. This man is not as good in the run game as this man. They are paying you to do this. You are being paid. And as far as I'm concerned, you are robbing the Rooneys of their money.
Yeah, and he has been since he came to the team,
In my opinion.
Since I guess Tomlin elected to have him come as the offensive coordinator. One thing that's going to be an interesting battle today is Joey Bosa against Andrews Pete, since Broderick Jones is out. Pete is the main man who is in to cover that left tackle position. I'm really interested to see how that's going to work because, yeah, Broderick went out the last game. Things changed a little bit, but, Mason still didn't look too roughed up. Pete come in and do the job. I want to see how they contain this because also I would imagine just based off of knowing the history of the Steelers, I feel like this guy coming in is going to do a good job on the run. But with Rodgers, there's a gamble because he's still. I don't care what anybody tells me. A broken bone is a broken bone. It does not take 2 weeks to heal a broken bone, no matter how much of a crack it is. You let Mason Rudolph in last week. Why not just let him in this week? Okay. And I'll tell you why, because they're desperate to win games. But when you've got a replacement left tackle coming out, and Pete, he's an NFL veteran. He's been in the NFL for a few years. This is a guy who's played with the Saints. He knows what to do. But having said that, I don't trust him on the backside. I don't trust him on that backside of Rodgers. I don't trust him this game. I don't trust
Nah, but
Rodgers to hand off the ball properly enough.
I will say this. I will say this. Arthur Smith has tried to protect Rodgers. I will say that, right? He has tried to protect him with his play calling. He's tried to protect. He's tried to protect him with blocking schemes. Because we got to remember, Myles Garrett didn't sniff Aaron the
Oh
first
yeah.
time we met them, right?
Yep.
He didn't even get in the backfield. So I'm going to give Arthur Smith the benefit of the doubt in that area, and I'm going to assume that he's going to have a blocking scheme, knowing we have a backup left tackle, knowing we have a backup left tackle, that he will devise a scheme to help out that tackle, just like he had them help out Broderick with Myles Garrett. I'm assuming he's going to have them help them out with Bosa the same. Now, I'm only assuming this. It's nothing concrete. It's nothing concrete. I'm just assuming that, hey, we're going against another top 10 rusher in the NFL today. Hey, I got a backup tackle. I might want to kind of help him out and stay away from that side of the field. And I might want to chip, double, whatever, that side of the field today. I might want to beat Bosa up a little bit. Hey, have Washington chip the brakes off of him, then let Pete take him, then let Pete take him. You know what I'm saying? Send the mascot, Connor, out there. Have Connor sit out there and block for a little bit. You know what I mean? Let Connor sit out there and help him for a second or two. Help him for a second or two blocking. You know what I mean? If you get in trouble, you can at least throw it at his feet. He's at least a receiver in the area to where so you won't get intentional ground, and he's a tight end. You know what I mean? So you get too much trouble, you can at least throw it at his feet. You know what I mean? Like, just show me you understand the situation that our team is in, and you are trying to do something to make adjustments for us still to be, and you're trying to put our players in position to be successful. That's all I ask. Listen, that's all the fuck I ask, is that our coaching staff tries to put our players in position to be successful. That's all I ask. But see, of late, I have not been getting that. Okay? I have not been getting that. Whenever a team's whole starting fucking linebacker core is out and 2 rookies are starting, and you do not destroy the middle of the field and have every type of whip route, hitch, drag, and everything else going through there because you have two rookies in which one rookie got hurt. Don't mean to go back to last week, but one rookie got hurt, and another rookie they just brought up that week when the practice squad came in, and y'all still ain't take advantage of it.
Yeah, and we're facing a similar situation. Don't they have both their tackles out today?
I
They have both
believe
their.
so. I'm not positive. I am
Yeah,
not positive, but I did hear something about they were dealing with
yeah.
injuries.
So Spencer Brown and Deion Dawkins are both out today. So we're facing another situation where, I
Like the
mean,
Chargers. We're facing another Chargers situation where
yeah,
the
where
bookends are out, and Terrell Austin won't send the stunt until the fifth goddamn time the defense is on the field. Watch what I tell you. He won't try he won't try those backups. I don't know what he's looking at. I have no clue
no,
what you have two backup tackles. You're supposed to send delays, stunts, twists, everything at them from the beginning to make them second guess and make them uncomfortable all game.
yeah, no, it- you know, hot. I don't like this type of game for the Steelers because it's one that the odds should be in their favor. They have two tackles that they're dealing with on the opposing team that are out, and you've got supposedly two of the better rushers, the edge rushers in the game. Harmon is out, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem. But Yahya Black has been filling in admirably. Keanu Benton, he'll do what's necessary.
He's
Still haven't
serviceable.
seen still haven't seen a Cam Hayward sighting in a couple weeks, so I don't even know if that guy's still playing on the team. I almost get the feeling I've seen more of his brother mascot's number on the sidelines than I've seen of Cam in
Nah,
the
well,
game.
now he played last week. He got illegal hands in the face.
Oh yeah, so he did go out there and mess something up. So great job, Cam Hayward. Thank you for all the fuss in the offseason for that money that you have not earned. Um, so I, I I don't know what to expect though, because this is one of those games in the past where the Steelers are in the same situation and they win, and everybody's fooled once again of like, oh well, Coach T, he did it again, he did it again, and it's not because he did it again. Let's look at the realistic story here. McDermott has been not doing a good job lately for the Bills. The Bills themselves are just not doing a good job outside of running the football with Cook. You could blame it on weapons all you want, but when hasn't Josh Allen been able to throw the ball, weapons or no? There's something awry with the chemistry there in Buffalo. This is the game that the Steelers can take advantage of getting that chemistry, or because I don't know if you know this, McDermott all time is 4-1 against Tomlin, one of those being a playoff victory. So McDermott's 4-1, or this is the game that the Bills use to turn their season around. This is the game that the Bills use to come out and really put a beating on our Steelers and get their season back on track because they're clearly not winning the division this year. At least as of right now, they're not sniffing a division win. So they want to get the top wild card spot. Well, today's the day you do it. You beat the leader of the North, you take that wild card spot, and you show once again why, even though they went to college together back at William and Mary in '93, why McDermott is a better coach right now than Mike Tomlin, even though his team, McDermott's in a similar like situation.
Hey, listen, I couldn't agree with you more. This is the game. See, these are the games that I despise because this is that game we'll come out and we'll dominate.
Yeah.
Right? We'll come out and we'll dominate. We're at home. You know what I mean? We're underdogs at home. You know what I mean? So we'll come out and we'll dominate, right? And then next week we will get mollywopped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is that type of game. Like this is the game where, this is the game where everybody's like, I don't know if Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's gonna get destroyed. Pittsburgh pulls out the win, and then next week we get mollywopped. You know, and I hate because it's the Colts all over again. It's the Colts.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
Colts all over again. We'll
Yeah.
dominate this game, and then the next week we'll travel and we'll lose. Like
Coach, and here's the thing. They're playing the Ravens
I got
next
a
week.
woosah, woosah, woosah,
They're playing the Ravens
woosah.
next week. They're playing our division rivals next week. And it's for the lead of the division. they're already going to be in the mindset because Mike Tomlin has a history of doing this, of possibly looking past this week to next week, which if you're both 6-6 going into next week, that's not good for anybody because guess who just got beat by Joe Burrow and the Bengals? The Ravens. Guess who's getting that chemistry back on offense? The Bengals. The Bengals can easily run the slate if their offense looks just a smidge like they did this past week against Joe Burrow and I mean against the Ravens. And guess what? Joe Burrow looked rusty, and we know Joe Burrow doesn't stay rusty. That rust breaks off every game, and he just gets better at the end of the season. So this is it right now. This is the you want to talk about nut crunch time. This
Yeah,
is it.
yeah. Listen,
This
check this out.
this is
Here's the
it.
thing. See, here's the thing. We have an opportunity right now to be consistent. Okay, to be consistent and take a stronghold of the division. Right? We beat Buffalo, and then we beat the Ravens. We are now 2 games ahead because we are now 2 games ahead. Right? We're now 2 games ahead. Not 1, 2 games ahead. Because at that time, we got the head-to-head against them. So that's 2 games ahead at that time. Right? We're 2 games ahead of y'all. Actually, it would be 3 because we would have 5 losses and they would have 7. So it'd be more or less 2.5 games. Let's say that because 2.5 games ahead of them. And then we would have Detroit, Miami, Cleveland, Baltimore.
I don't like that gauntlet at the end. You know, Miami's been weird this year. They beat the pants off the Bills. They beat
Right,
the
but
pants off them.
only thing about Miami, they got to come to Pittsburgh, and Miami teams just do not play good in the cold. Like the couple of times Miami did give us a run was in Miami.
Yeah, but you're forgetting who our coach is, and when perceived
Exactly.
teams,
No, I ain't forget. I ain't
yeah,
forget.
yeah,
Trust and
because
believe.
remember how many times that's happened, and good old Coach T has got us under the hump, not over. He keeps us under the hump in those type of games.
Exactly. Exactly. So, and see, this is my thing. Tomlin's record in December is horrible.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's horrible, dog. We do not finish well, and that is my problem. Is going off the history of this organization and this under this coach. We do not finish well, man. We just don't. We just don't finish well. I think you and I went over it once before. In '05, we lost 5 games. We lost 6 games in a row, including the playoffs game. I think in 21, we won we lost 3 games, then we won the last 3 games, but then we lost the playoff game. And then well, we know what happened last year. We started 9-3 and finished 10-7. So that goes and shows you what the hell happened there.
Yeah.
That lets
Um,
you know what happened there. Like, dog, like the man, I don't know what it is. Does he start his Christmas shopping or something? Does he just forget that he's a head coach and starts his family Christmas shopping in December? I don't understand why December has been such a fucking obstacle for him. And I remember when he first became coach, because I love this ideology, right? When he first became coach, he said, you have to look at the season in quarters. Right? He said you gotta look at his quarters. The first 4 games are the
yep.
first quarter. This one we had 16 games. The
Yep.
first 4 games are the first quarter. Second 4 games are the second quarter. Third 4 games are the third quarter. Last 4 games are the fourth quarter. He said he said he likes to do very well in the fourth quarter. I remember this man saying these things,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I have not seen that production in the fourth quarter of the season, dog.
No. No. And one thing that my biggest concern about today's game, you know, not only it being a team that is really champing at the bit to get a win, to get back into playoff contention and be, a top contender for the best wild card. Uh, they're going to try and run up the middle. They have one of the top three running backs in the league right now this year. Cook has been very good at running in between the tackles. And the
Don't
Steelers.
forget Allen. If we don't keep a spy on him, he can. If we don't keep a spy on him, he will destroy us on 3rd and longs.
Yeah, especially with our middle linebackers. They're terrible this year. Wilson and Patrick Queen. Wilson, he's fast, but he can't cover anybody. Patrick Queen just keeps getting second
He just
second
can't
stage
cover.
block.
Patrick Queen could not cover his bed with a car cover. So
No,
it doesn't even matter.
and on runs, when that second stage blocking comes up, whether it's, one of the linemen releasing and going after him, or it's another back or a tight end coming down, Patrick Queen's just like, here, take me. Take me. Go ahead,
Yeah, just
take me.
block
Get
me.
you.
Yeah, go ahead, block me. Do what you want. Just block me.
Yeah.
I don't care.
So that's the concern. But what the Steelers can do is they can take advantage of the Bills not being able to secure the ball very well this year. Last 8 games, they have 15 turnovers. And guess who has 11 of those? Josh Allen. That's
Hey,
because
listen.
if you,
I'm gonna be listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hold on, is Joey playing? Did he come back? I don't know. I can't remember if I saw a report on Joey.
Yeah, so we only have 2 out today. It is Broderick Jones and Derek Carmen. So Joey Porter Jr. is back.
Okay, so Joey's back. So you know what? I'm gonna keep it real with you. Shakir and who's the other one over there? Who's the other receiver they got?
Oh, the Bills. Well, Keon Coleman should be playing this week,
Yeah.
I
No,
believe, from
listen.
what I saw.
Coleman, Shakir. I'm not afraid of none of them. We should be pressing them. I'm not afraid of none of them. We should be pressing them, messing up timing. All right, we need to be out physical. We need to be more physical. Our physicality needs to be at an all-time high level with their receivers. Because I don't think because they're not that. They're not that. They're not. Shakir's not that receiver that if I don't get a good jam on you, you're gonna destroy me with your speed down the sideline. Like you're not that guy. You're not that guy.
Yeah.
And neither is Coleman. Coleman, you're good for 50-50 balls because you're strong. But off the line of scrimmage, I think I can make you my bitch.
Well, one thing I still haven't seen word on if wide receiver Josh Palmer is playing today or uh, Dalton Kincaid, the tight end. That's where if Dalton Kincaid is in the game, Josh Allen can cut the Steelers up, middle of the field passing, tight end in the middle of the field. Palmer, he's not the main guy. He's going to be sitting right there running slants in the middle of the field, cutting up the middle of the field. So that's what I'm interested to see there, to see if they do play. As of an hour ago, they are still questionable, and I have not seen any confirmation just yet. I'm searching. So, hey, anybody in the comments, let us know. We'd appreciate it. But until then, we're going to assume that Kincaid is playing.
Yeah, I'm about to say in my history, questionable means playing.
Yeah, so that's what I'm worried about. For the defense, they're going to have to deal with middle of the field adversity where they have just been getting killed all year. Another thing is somebody please go and sack the quarterback on a third down play. Somebody please get into the backfield and put some pressure on this man besides for him to run. We need to put pressure on Josh Allen. Like you said, Terrell Austin needs to make blitz package calls, better twist calls, better stunt calls. Like you said, you nailed it perfectly earlier, coach. You just hit it right on the head. They're going to have two tackles in replacement, hit them with everything right up front so that it screws up their mentality for the rest of the game so that
You
you can
gotta
just
have them
speed
guessing
away.
right, exactly. You want them questioning themselves, second guessing themselves the whole game. You don't want them to get comfortable and sit back there and be like, hey, I can do this. No. You want them in their head like, God damn it, where'd he come from? Hey, he came from like, oh, they're coming from everywhere. I want you to second guess yourself. Harrison brought up a great point today when I was watching his segment. Harrison said, what other defensive coordinator do you know that doesn't even have his schemes and everything written down? He has no call sheet on the sideline. Everything
None.
is in his head. Everything
None.
is in his head.
It's
He
Dick
sees the
LeBeau.
game. Listen, Dick LeBeau saw the game while the game was being played. He saw the game. So he knew he was able to dial up a scheme or blitz or whatever package.
You know, it's weird, coach. It's almost like he made in-game adjustments or adjustments at the half or something. It's wow. It's like what a novel idea.
Dog, listen. Yeah, how about that? How about we look at a little bit of film at halftime, and I don't know. For shits and giggles, just a thought. Try something different in the second half. Just a thought. How about the things that weren't working in the first half? How about we not do that again? How about
Nah,
we
man.
go to the next play? The
Nah,
play
man, because the
the scheme
standard is
they
the
kept beating
standard.
us on,
So
the scheme they kept getting the first downs on. Wait a minute, hold on now. Just a thought. Terrell, just a thought. The scheme that they got a 3rd and 11 on, right? How about we don't do that the next time it's 3rd and 11? How about we don't do that? How about we
you
don't
know,
do
we can't change things. The standard is the standard, coach. So we just got to keep it the same no matter what. Um, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm picking the Bills outright. No, no negative luck. No curse luck like we tried with
Nah,
Chicago. I'm
listen.
picking the Bills outright. 35-17 is what I think is going to happen.
And no, listen. And my worst fear is going to come. My worst fear, it came last week. Now it's going to show itself because of coaching. Aaron Rodgers is going to get hit to where as though he's going to fall or somebody else is going to fall on that wrist. And they're going to permanently put him out for the rest of the year. Because what's a hairline is going to become an actual break.
Yes.
And then that break is going to sideline him for the rest of the season. And then for the rest of the season, we will be stuck. We will be stuck with Mason fucking Rudolph. Okay, so listen. Until they show me change, I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt of change. Okay?
Oh.
So when you show me change, I will give you the benefit of doubt that there will be change when
Yep.
you show me change. So until that happens, and listen, Steeler Nation for life. My son came home in a Pittsburgh Steeler onesie wrapped in a terrible towel. Do not get this shit confused. Steeler Nation for life. But until they show me change, I cannot, on good faith, with a clear head and sound mind, pick them to beat the Buffalo Bills. I'm sorry.
Nope.
I just cannot do it. Not until the coaching staff shows me change. When the coaching staff shows me change, when they show me progression in their coaching, I will start giving my team the benefit of the doubt and say, you know what? Yeah, we can win this game. But until that happens, and I'm going to keep it real with you, and I said it last week, and I'm going to say it again this week, I don't see us winning any more games. I'm just being honest. Maybe Cleveland, because, you know, they got worse issues than we got, but I'm just being honest. I just don't, because like I've said it many times before, the players are the body. The coaching staff is the mind, is the brain. What is a body without a brain? It's a fucking vegetable. Does not move. Does not do anything. There's no progression there. And that's what the fuck the Steelers have been that's what the organization Steelers have been putting out on the field. They have been putting out vegetables because our brain is no longer functioning. As a whole, our brain is no longer functioning at all. The
Yep.
best thing we got going for our brain is a little piece in the corner in the back, which are special teams, and that's Chris Boswell on the special teams. That's the only good thing we got going.
Yeah, and
As
that's the
far as the
truth.
brain, as far as the brain aspect of our fucking organization.
Yeah, and that's the truth. And you said it best, Coach. Like we are diehard Steeler fans. You know, I have obviously I'm a diehard Pittsburgh fan. Period. I'm wearing a Pittsburgh Pirates hat with a Pittsburgh Penguin shirt on a Pittsburgh Steelers podcast. Okay, I ride with my three teams. I ride with them forever through thick and thin. Right now, we're in some lean times. We because our coaching has given up on the team. The team hasn't given up on the coaching. The coaching has given up on the team. And you know, um, all I'm gonna say is this.
And if we lose today, I'm telling you now, Gremlin, if we lose today, I'm starting it. Hashtag Tomlin must go. I'm telling you now, you're gonna see it everywhere. I'm gonna
Yeah,
start posting it. I'm gonna end every motherfucking thing. I'm gonna start making videos. I'm gonna start a movement. I'm gonna start a movement. Hashtag Tomlin must go. I'm telling you.
yeah, and I'll be right there with you. And before we get out of here today, because we know games are starting right now. Our game 4:25 today, 4:15 or 4:25. Bills
Yeah.
Steelers. Remember, guys, Bet US, MyBookie.ag, NFL Shop, MLB Shop, Walmart, W Energy Drinks. Click the link. Use the code Not Moved because we are not moved. I'm the Dollface Gremlin, Coach. What are we gonna have happen today? What are we gonna have happen today, Coach?
Today, what we're going to have football. We're going to have hard-nosed football. And I'm hoping to God we don't have no disappointments because you can strap up and wrap up what you don't want broke up in football, baby! Peace! We out of here!
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.